What's up guys, JB here and welcome to Saying Mataoe's Revamped video. So, let's hop right into it, shall we? So, Sang is a very happy-go-lucky character and he just wants to have a good time and he always has a smile on his face. So something you probably see right away is that he actually has horns sticking out of his head. That's because he is a dragon and he was actually born in a dragon kingdom in a fantasy realm. But he was actually raised here on Earth, but the way that he dresses is actually in dragon attire. A little bit more about Sang, though, is that he's always late to everything, and I mean everything. Even though when he leaves really early to Neve, he somehow always arrives late to it. So a little bit more about him though. He always struggles to find love in his life. Every time he always gets a girlfriend, they always wind up cheating on him for some reason. It's like he's cursed for somehow. The reason though he wants to find love in his life is because Jotami and Lael already have a special girl in their life, Natalie and Amy, and he's always felt left out and kind of jealous of them because of that. So that's why he always tries to find a girl in his life so he feels kind of like them in that sort of way. So a little bit more about his goals in the story. He wants to actually surpass his older brother, Ozura Mateo, in the story. Ozura is a very high class, high powered military officer in the story, and I mean he is powerful, and Sang wants to surpass him one day in the story. And also he wants to fulfill a promise that he made to his dad when he was little. Now onto his magic. Now because he's a dragon, I did do the little cliche thing, he does use fire, but his fire isn't red, his fire is actually blue. But whenever he uses high powered magic, like when it's really hot and very insane, like high class magic, it actually does turn red. So that's like the only real difference that I did there. So the flame you actually see in his hand is supposed to be blue, but I don't color it here because it's a black and white drawing, like manga style. So a little bit more about what led me to design Sang was when I was first designing these characters back in 7th grade, what led me to make Sang was actually my best friend in the whole wide world, Sean Mercado. And Sean's favorite anime at the time was Fairy Tail, and his obviously favorite character was Natsu. And when I was like, hey Sean, if you could have any power, what could it be? He's like, I want to be Natsu. I was like, that's it? He was like, I want to be Natsu. I was like, okay. So I based the character entirely off being a dragon. So that's what led to Sang becoming a dragon. But his name at first actually wasn't Sang. His original name was Sadatora Mateo. Mateo was his name, but his original name was Sadatora. And he always did have orange hair, but he did not have horns at first. And he originally blindfolded himself, and he wore a karate gi, which was pretty weird, but I did change that as you can see now, thankfully. So that's all really about his character, about Sang's character. He went through a lot of changes growing up, as you can tell, thankfully, because Sadatora was pretty bad character. He was pretty annoying. But I'm really happy to where he is now. I love him to death. He is Jotsumi's best friend in the manga. He's always there for him. So let's wrap up this video, shall we? Hey, like always, thank you for watching so much. Stay tuned for the next video, which is Leo Goto's Revamped. Thank you so much for watching. I'm JB. See you next time.